Video was suggested by my latest subscriber. Her YouTube channel is Vanilla Cams. Go check her out. I've checked out some of her videos on there. It looks amazing. It really does. So go check out her channel. She gave me a suggestion about doing a video of my favorite games. So it's like, those seriously can't be all your favorites, but they are, and this ain't nothing actually compared to the games that I have. I have tons more, so this is not even, it's not even a little bit of my games, so my darn hair is always in a darn mess. Alright, well, let's go and get started. I guess I'll start with my childhood favorites. Rocket Knight Adventures for the Sega Genesis. Fantastic game. Love it. Still love it. It's an awesome side-scroller. You play as a rat with a jetpack and a sword. Awesome game. Highly recommend it. Castle of Illusion starring Mickey Mouse. Awesome side-scroller. Sonic the Hedgehog. Another amazing side-scroller. The game that started the whole series. Its sequel, Sonic the Hedgehog 2. I don't want to do that one next. Sonic the Hedgehog 3. Sonic the Hedgehog Spinball. Moving on from Sega Genesis to Nintendo GameCube. Nintendo Switch. Resident Evil Revelations Collection. I actually have these games on other consoles, but this will have to be my favorite version of these games. It's portable. Resident Evil, basically survivor horror. You can actually see the character, which is in third-person point of view, which is my favorite types of games. So you can see the character. Darksiders War Mastered on Switch. I actually have more copies of Darksiders. It's just a fantastic series. Love it. Highly recommend it, especially on the Nintendo Switch. Bayonetta 2, which comes with Bayonetta 1. I also have it on Wii U, just to prove it. There it is, on Wii U. And what I love about this version is it comes physically with the first game and second game. The Switch version is a digital code for the first game, and the second game is physical. Gear Club Unlimited. Fantastic racing game on the Nintendo Switch. And then its sequel, Gear Club Unlimited 2. Definitely my favorite game. No, it's not. This is not my favorite game. I just just put it in there just to be funny. I haven't even played that game. So, yeah. Okay, moving on. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. What can I say? Mario Kart. Awesome. Definitely. I had to pause the video because I forgot about some more games that are also my favorites. I'll go ahead and show them off now. There they are. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, the arcade on NES. I didn't really care for the first one too much, so it's definitely not my favorite for sure. Super Mario Bros. 3 on the NES. Side scrollers, including the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle game is also a side scroller. Of course, Super Mario Brothers, the original. Donkey Kong Country. Side scroller. Donkey Kong Country 2. If I had the third one as well, all three of them are my favorites. They're fantastic. The first Zelda game I ever played is definitely my favorite, A Link to the Past. I love that game. I'm not sure if y'all know about this game too much, but this is definitely a favorite. Glover on N64. I have a very, very small N64 collection. It's not very big because I only got 2 games. Because here's the second one, and this is definitely my favorite racer game. Star Wars Episode 1 Racer. Awesome racing game. It's the pod racing of the Phantom Menace, and it's all in a game, and that's all it's about. Super Mario World. This is a side scroller, but it was more like the map was open world, but each of the levels that you played in were all side scrolling levels. Super Mario All Stars, which is Super Mario Brothers 1, 2, 3, and Lost Levels. Super Mario World 2, Yoshi's Island, side scroller. The original Super Mario Kart, definitely awesome. No joke, these are all my favorites. Every time I think about these games, all these games, it's like definitely my favorite. I don't have, well, my all-time favorite series of all time in video games in general will have to be God of War. But I think about all these games, they're also my favorites as well, so I stuck them all in here. Ratchet & Clank on PS4. I have been playing this, I just haven't been streaming it, because every time I try to stream it, when a cinematic scene comes through, it won't let me record it. And so, yeah. Jak and Daxter Collection, which is 1, 2, and 3, all put into HD. And Ratchet & Clank is pretty much the whole entire series is all open world. All the levels are very opened up. Same goes for Jak and Daxter. Action-adventure platformers. Those are my favorite types of games. Side-scrollers, action-adventure platformers, puzzlers, shooters. Those are all my favorites. Sly Cooper Thieves in Time. Action-adventure platformers. This is going to be a long video if I keep talking like this. The Sly Collection, they're pretty much the same thing as Thieves in Time, which is the 4th game, and this is 1, 2, and 3, which are originally on the PlayStation 2. Ratchet & Clank Full Frontal Assault. Ratchet & Clank All for One and One for All. No, it's not the Musketeers, sorry, but I had to do it. Ratchet & Clank A Crack in Time. Ratchet & Clank Tools of Destruction. Ratchet & Clank Collection, which is 1, 2, and 3, which were originally on the PS2. The Sega Sonic's Ultimate Genesis Collection. It has all of the original Sonic games all on here, plus the Streets of Rage games, which I would love to get them physically. Those games are awesome. I mean, if I had them, I'll stick them in here as well, but I don't have them physically. Definitely my favorite for sure. Lollipop Chainsaw. Crazy, zombie, stylish fighting game. Well, not really fighting game. It's a action-adventure platformer. I mean, it is crazy. It's very, very stylish. It's amazing. Assassin's Creed 3, definitely my favorite Assassin's Creed game of all time. I cannot wait to get it on Switch towards the end of this month. God of War, here we go, God of War. My favorite game series of all time. This one comes with actually all 5 games, except Chains of Olympus and Ghost of Sparta were a code in here, and physically in this one is God of War 1, 2, and 3. Speaking of Chains of Olympus and Ghosts of Sparta, here they are physically on PlayStation 3 in the Origins collection. Pokemon Omega Ruby, Pokemon X. I didn't care for Sun. Sorry. Super Mario 3D Land. Yes. Most definitely. There we go. A Legend of Zelda, A Link Between Worlds. Pretty much all the Zelda games, but I don't own all the Zelda games. Ocarina of Time 3D. I wish I owned the original Ocarina of Time game, but I don't. Crash Bandicoot 3 Warped. My childhood right there. Definitely my favorite. Right. Crash Bandicoot 2 Cortex Strikes Back. And there are side scrollers, and the levels are also opened up. And the Pokemon games are, of course, RPG, and Zelda is as well. I'm just trying not to make this video too long. Crash Bandicoot. Rayman, side scroller. Tarzan, side scroller. It has the music from the animated film. Casper, side scroller. I love the abilities in this game. It's amazing. Harry Potter. Action adventure platformer. Croc 2. Action adventure platformer. And Croc 1. I would love to see these remade in HD. I'm not going to get these out. I'll just keep them in here. The Spyro trilogy. Colana 2. Action adventure platformer. And the Spyro games are action adventure platformers. Finding Nemo is a side scroller. Gears of War. Yes. Most definitely. Gears of War. Guess you call them action adventure shooters. Gears of War 3. And that was Gears of War Judgment. Gears of War 2. Gears of War the original. Here we go. Darksiders 2. Darksiders, the original. Definitely another favorite series. Uncharted, Drake's Fortune. Uncharted 2, Among Thieves. Uncharted 3, Drake's Deception. God of War Ascension. Dante's Inferno. It's definitely a lot like God of War, for sure, and I love God of War. Darksiders 2. Darksiders 1. Spyro Reignited Trilogy. Definitely, for sure. I hope we get it on Switch. Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy. Uncharted The Lost Legacy. Uncharted 4, A Thief's End. In the Uncharted games are action adventures, shooters. So is in Darksiders is an action adventure platformer and also puzzlers. Uncharted, the Nathan Drake collection. Like I said, I'm trying not to make this video too long. God of War 3 Remastered. God of War is an action adventure platformer puzzler. The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess HD. The Legend of Zelda Wind Waker HD. Super Mario 3D World. Pretty much all the Mario games are open world, especially the 3D Mario games are very open world. And they are side scrollers as well, depends on the levels. Shadow of the Tomb Raider. Yes, definitely. Rise of the Tomb Raider. Tomb Raider Definitive Edition. Most definitely my favorites. Those games are fantastic. Farpoint, PlayStation VR. My favorite PlayStation VR game. God of War 2. Here we go. God of War 2. God of War the original. Blix, the Time Sweeper. I wish I had the second one. Gears of War Ultimate. And Blix is an action-adventure platformer puzzler. Rare Replay. Mainly, I stuck this in here because of Banjo-Kazooie and Conquer. All three of the Banjo-Kazooie games, and I love those games. They're my favorites. I know, it's terrible. I got tons of favorite games. I'm sorry, but it's the way it is. Super Lucky's Tale. Action-adventure platformer, and so are the Banjo-Kazooie games. Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. Action-adventure platformers. Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. I did not stick Prisoner of Azkaban or Goblet of Fire in here. They weren't really my favorites. Not really. But they were good though. Super Mario Sunshine, of course. Casper Spirit Dimensions. So these are... That Casper game is more open world than the other Casper game. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Ty the Tasmanian Tiger. 1. 2. 3. Pokemon Gale of Darkness. I love the fact in Pokemon Gale of Darkness that you can steal Pokemon, but it's Shadow Pokemon, and you can steal them. The Legend of Spyro: A New Beginning. I love the fact that Elijah Wood Frodo actually voices Spyro in that series. Spyro: A Hero's Tale. Enter the Dragonfly. Ice Age 2: The Meltdown. Sonic Adventure DX Director's Cut. If I had the original Sonic Adventure game on Dreamcast, definitely would be in here for sure. The Sonic Mega Collection, which is all original games from the Sega Genesis. The Legend of Zelda: Four Swords Adventures. The Legend of Zelda: The Wind Waker, non-HD version. The Legend of Zelda: Twilight Princess, non-HD version. The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time, which comes with Master Quest. The Legend of Zelda Collector's Edition, which comes with, now this one is not really my favorite. Adventure, Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link, that's not really my favorite. Neither is the Majora's Mask, but all the rest of them are. God of War Collection on PlayStation Vita. Uncharted Golden Abyss. Definitely Resident Evil 4. Crash Bandicoot: The Wrath of Cortex. Now there are 2 other PlayStation 2 versions of Crash Bandicoot games on PS2. I don't particularly like them too much. I am missing one more. I don't have it though. I think it's called Crash of Titans, and I do want to get it, but it's definitely not my favorite. The Sega Sonic Mega Collection Plus. Jak and Daxter, The Lost Frontier. Jak 3. Jak 2. Jak and Daxter, The Precursor Legacy. Sly Cooper 3. Honor Among Thieves. Sly 2. Band of Thieves. Sly Cooper and the Thievius Raccoonus. Secret Agent Clank. Ratchet Deadlocked. Ratchet and Clank Size Matters. Ratchet and Clank Up Your Arsenal. Ratchet and Clank Going Commando. Ratchet and Clank the Original, which I don't have the cover for. And the Ratchet and Clank collection that I showed off on PS3, those are those games right there. That's them. Whiplash, action adventure platformer puzzler. Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu. Yoshi's Crafted World. Super Mario Odyssey. Captain Toad Treasure Tracker. Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy. Sonic Forces. Games just fell down. Why not? And last game, definitely a favorite. The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. And those are all my favorite games. Yeah, that's a lot. I'm Uncle Ann. If you enjoy my content, please hit the subscribe button, like button also. Share with friends if you don't mind. That'd be amazing. Thank you so much. And if you don't mind, please leave me a comment or just a comment in general. If you want to give me a suggestion, just like Vanilla Cams did, and then I'll do a video like this or very similar to whatever the suggestion is. And also don't forget to hit the notification bell down below. You'll be notified when I go live or upload another video. Alright, thank you so much. I'm Auckland. Alright, bye.